Sometimes the hardest place to leave is the one that made you who you are. But what if staying is what's killing your future? Chicago isn't just a city to Emmett and Kiesha. It's home. It's where they fell, got back up, broke down, and healed again. But Season 7 brings something new, a storm that's making both of them look toward the exit. The streets that once raised them now feel like a threat. And for the first time, they're asking the question nobody thought they would. Is it time to go? To understand why leaving Chicago is such a big deal, we need to go back. Not just to the beginning of Season 7, but all the way back to who Emmett and Kiesha really are, and who they've become. Emmett Washington started out as a teenage father who didn't really have a clue what it meant to be a man. He was hustling sneakers, chasing women, and always trying to do just enough to get by. But beneath all that, there was a boy trying to figure life out without a real example of what being a father, a partner, or a leader should look like. His mom, Douda, was the one holding him down, but she couldn't live his life for him. Through the seasons, we've watched Emmett grow, slowly, painfully, but honestly. He went from being just a baby daddy to a real father, from making fast cash to running a real business with Smokey's BBQ. He tried to make peace with his mistakes, especially with Tiffany, and eventually, he found something real with Kiesha. Emmett isn't perfect, but he's learning. And that's what makes him one of the most human characters on the Chi. Then there's Kiesha Williams, the heart of the show's quiet strength. From the outside, she always seemed like the smart, grounded girl with big dreams. But when she was kidnapped and held captive, everything changed. That trauma could have broken her completely. But instead, it shaped her into someone stronger, someone who fights not just for herself, but for others, especially her son, Ronnie. Kiesha's journey has been about survival, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. She went from a victim to a survivor, then to a mother and a source of wisdom for those around her. Her love story with Emmett wasn't some fairy tale. It was messy, real, and full of doubts. But that's why it matters, because she didn't just fall in love with Emmett, she chose him. Knowing exactly who he was, together, Emmett and Kiesha represent something rare. A black love story born out of chaos, but built on healing. They've each carried so much pain. They've tried to do right by their kids. They've tried to do right by each other, and now they're facing a question that could change everything. Can they really build the life they want in a city that keeps pulling them back into the past? In the Chi, no character moves in a straight line. Life keeps throwing curveballs, and the streets never stay quiet for long. That's what makes this possible move so dramatic, because if Emmett and Kiesha leave, it's not just two people packing up. It's two entire life stories stepping away from the very soil they were planted in. And the real question isn't just will they leave. It's if they do, who will they become? Season 7 opens with a pressure that feels heavier than ever. For Emmett and Kiesha, life in Chicago isn't just hard, it's dangerous. And this time, it's not just about struggling to make ends meet. It's about surviving the forces that are closing in around them. Let's talk about what's really going on. Emmett's world is spinning out of control. At first glance, he seems like he's doing all right. He's still running Smokey's BBQ, trying to provide for his kids, and keeping things steady with Kiesha. But in the background, something dark is brewing, and his name is Douda. Douda's presence has always been toxic. He's the kind of man who makes you feel like you owe him something, and he never lets go. Emmett took his help when things got rough, and now the cost is catching up. Douda isn't just a businessman, he's a puppet master. He uses money, fear, and power to control the people around him. And the more Emmett tries to pull away, the tighter Douda's grip becomes. Emmett is no gangster. He never wanted that life. But now he's stuck in a world he can't control. Every move he Mix could bring danger to his door, not just for him, but for Kiesha and the kids. He's realizing that doing the right thing in a city like Chicago doesn't always mean you get to walk away clean. Asterisk then there's Kiesha, who's been holding things together the best she can. She's focused on being a mother, on finishing school, on giving her son a life without violence. She's not chasing money or drama, she just wants peace. But peace is hard to find when the man you love is tied to someone like Douda, and when the city around you feels more like a trap than a home. Asterisk there are moments in Season 7 where you can see it on her face. She's tired. Tired of running in circles. Tired of being strong for everyone. And most of all, tired of watching Emmett try to fight battles he can't win. She doesn't want to lose him, but she doesn't want to lose herself either. Asterisk that's the real tension this season. It's not just about whether they should leave, it's about what they're leaving behind. For Emmett, Chicago is everything, his roots, his memories, his mother, his sons, his business. But for Kiesha, it's also the place where she was, hurt, kidnapped, and nearly lost everything. Their relationship has grown inside this city, but it has also been tested by it. Asterisk they're stuck between two futures. Asterisk one where they stay, fight, and try to build something real in a city that keeps breaking them. Asterisk and one where they leave, start fresh, and try to become more than just survivors. Asterisk in some scenes, you can feel the city itself pushing them out. Friends turning into enemies, safety becoming a question mark. Even their moments of love feel like they're happening under a dark cloud. Chicago, the place that made them, is now threatening to unmake them. Asterisk, so the question isn't just are they leaving. Asterisk it's how much more can they take before they decide enough is enough. Asterisk because in Season 7, the danger isn't just from the outside. The real danger is what staying might do to their future and their love. Asterisk leaving your city isn't just about packing a bag and walking away. Not when that city is Chicago. Not when that city raised you, broke you, and taught you how to survive. For Emmett and Kiesha, the idea of leaving isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's spiritual. It means letting go of more than just a place. It means letting go of the people, the pain, and the version of themselves they've always known. Asterisk, let's start with Emmett. His entire life has been about proving that he can be more than what people expect. People saw him as a boy who made too many mistakes, who had too many kids, and who would never grow up, and maybe for a while. That was true, but over the years, Emmett has built something real, not just his business, but his identity. He's become a provider, a partner, a father who shows up. Asterisk, but if he leaves Chicago, will that all fall apart? Asterisk deep down, Emmett feels responsible not just for his family, but for his community. He doesn't want to be the man who ran. He wants to stand firm to fight for what's his and to prove that you can rise above without leaving the block. But what happens when staying means risking your life? What happens when every day feels like a test of how much pain you can take? Asterisk, you can feel the war inside him. Asterisk, one side wants to protect everything he's built. Asterisk, the other side knows that if he doesn't walk away now, he might lose everything, including Kiesha. Asterisk, and then there's Kiesha, carrying her own weight. She's been through trauma most people can't imagine. Every step forward she takes is hard-earned. She's become a mother, a student, a woman with dreams that stretch beyond survival. She's not just trying to live, she's trying to heal. Asterisk to her, leaving Chicago might feel like freedom, a fresh start. A place where her son doesn't grow up hearing gunshots or learning how to look over his shoulder before walking home from school. But even freedom has a price. Asterisk if she leaves, she risks losing the support system she's slowly rebuilt, her family, her brother Kevin, her roots. But if she stays, she risks watching her son grow up in a world that already tried to take everything from her. Asterisk their love is strong, but it's under pressure. When Emmett gets pulled deeper into Douda's world, Kiesha starts to question whether love is enough. She's not asking for riches or a perfect life. She just wants safety. She wants peace. And she knows that sometimes, to protect what you love, you have to walk away from where you started. And that's where the heartbreak comes in. Because leaving means change, and change is scary. What if the world outside Chicago doesn't welcome them? What if they lose themselves trying to start over? What if the bond they built, born out of struggle, doesn't survive in a different environment? This isn't just about Emmett and Kiesha deciding where to live. It's about deciding who they want to be. It's about choosing between what's familiar and what's safe. Between who they were and who they might become. And when love is caught in the middle, the decision doesn't come easy. So as season 7 unfolds, every glance between them, every argument, every quiet moment, it all points to one burning question neither of them can shake. Can we really make it? If we stay here, because if they don't leave now, they might never get the chance again. With everything Emmett and Kiesha are going through in season 7, fans can't help but wonder, where is this story really going? Are the writers setting us up for a major character exit? Or is this just another turning point in their long, complicated journey? Let's explore what could happen next. Both if they leave Chicago and if they stay. If Emmett and Kiesha decide to stay, they're choosing to stand in the fire. That means continuing to face the dangers, the stress, and the broken systems around them. It means more run-ins with Douda, more pressure on Emmett to make choices that could cost him everything. More risk for their kids, and more emotional weight for Kiesha to carry. But staying also means staying close to their roots. It means being near their families, their support systems, and the community they've grown up with. Emmett's business, Smokey's BBQ, isn't just a job, it's a symbol of progress. Leaving that behind could feel like giving up. And Kiesha. She's always been about resilience. Staying in Chicago would be another form of strength. One that says, we won't run, we'll build something better right here. Still, the longer they stay, the harder it becomes to protect the love they've built. One wrong move with Douda, one tragic moment, one unexpected betrayal, and everything could fall apart. In this version of their story, the drama doesn't slow down. It heat now imagine they decide to walk away, pack the car, take their son, start over somewhere far from the streets that made them. That choice could open a door to a new kind of story, one where Emmett and Kiesha finally get a break. A place where their past doesn't follow them, no Douda, no violence. Just peace, stability, and a chance to focus on love, growth, and raising their kids. But leaving doesn't guarantee safety, and it definitely doesn't guarantee happiness. They'll be outsiders in a new place. Emmett might struggle to find his footing without the network and street knowledge he grew up with. Kiesha might miss her family, her city, her identity as someone who overcame so much in the very streets she's leaving. Plus, fans know how the chi works. Leaving doesn't mean you're gone for good. The show loves to bring people back, so even if they go, the door might stay open. Could they return someday stronger? Or might this be the end of their journey on screen? The Chi has always told stories that feel real. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is easy. And when characters make life-changing decisions, they don't always get a happy ending. So what are the writers setting up? Some fans believe we're being prepped for a major exit, possibly a soft goodbye for Emmett and Kiesha. Not a dramatic death, not a big send-off, just a quiet, emotional departure. One that reflects real life. When people decide they've had enough and try to start again somewhere new. Other viewers think this is just another crossroad. One where the couple will choose not to leave, but instead to rise up and fight harder to reclaim their peace inside their own city. Asterisk the truth. It could go either way. And that's what makes it so powerful. Asterisk, this isn't just about a couple moving away. Asterisk, it's about what it means to try and live a peaceful life in a city that's always testing you. It's about breaking generational patterns. It's about loving someone through fear, through pain, through impossible choices. Asterisk, and at the heart of it all, it's about asking, asterisk, what are you willing to leave behind? To finally move forward, asterisk, asterisk, whether Emmett and Kiesha stay in Chicago or choose to leave, one thing is clear. Their story has changed the heart of the Chi. They've grown in front of us. They've broken. They've healed. And now they're standing at the edge of a decision that could define everything that comes next. Asterisk, so, what do you think? Asterisk, will Emmett and Kiesha really walk away from the only life they've ever known? Or will Chicago pull them back in one last time? Asterisk, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the screen. Asterisk.